Hey ladies and gents, it's Jack the Ripper, and today we're back for another reaction video. Today we're going to be watching the Goku vs. Superman 3 Death Battle. Now I'm rewatching this all because this is one of my favorite Season 10 episodes, I'm going to be honest. And plus, also, I apologize in advance if I don't sound very well right now. I'm currently having a sore throat and a stuffy nose, which is slowly getting better as of right now. And, what else? And I'll try my best to get like at least 2 reactions this week, and this being one of them. And the other reaction, I'm thinking about either Debate Club or Realm of Gods, which is a first show I have not seen yet. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll try my best on what to decide to watch, or maybe I'll do a poll or something like that. All right, and now with that out of the way, let's get reacting. I only watched the Funimation conclusion, so yeah. So we're gonna be watching the rundowns and how well they're done and like how the jokes are executed. Let's go. Gotta miss that fight graphic.
Son Goku, Superman. It's time to answer the ultimate question, and we're taking it all into play.
We're examining Superman's extensive mainline comic book canon. Given Dragon Ball Super's contentious continuities, we'll include all 3, just to be thorough, plus Dragon Ball Heroes.
He's Wiz so and I'm Boomstick.
Okay, so
and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
I'm not sure if it's exactly everything, so yeah.
Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Yeah, of course.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would
really his. Okay, just gotta make sure I'm still recording. We're still good. Sorry, just gotta make sure. And never knew that his wife was inspired by Chinese culture. But yeah, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Define generations to come.
Dragon Ball! Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta.
I'll try my best to get as much commentary as I can.
Frieza, and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan.
Not just raised, but trained.
I'll just do a poll.
Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts, which he would...
Let's see here. Not a bad daddy. You guys are just me.
Specifically, he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character.
The more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw
Just wait until Frieza shows up.
He was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And to talking cats, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, very, very literally.
It's almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha!
An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam.
So challenging, it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds.
It's incredibly versatile, with over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the Solar Flare, Energy Landmine, and God Bind require a lot more strategy and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
I'm sorry, what?
Can be used for the mop of a ceiling technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka
imagine being trapped inside of a rice cooker. That's actually pretty funny.
His power by 20 with it before, and in a
Hold
movie.
on. What if I actually trap someone in my own rice cooker? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I swear I'm Asian. I swear.
He even got it up to times 100. What a badass.
The Genki Dama, or Spirit Bomb, is potentially his strongest attack, but it requires considerable time. Unlike instant transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to the Daizenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop.
Wait. Was that
where
was that
time stands still? Yes, according.
Okay,
to the
that makes
Daizenshuu
sense.
guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than that.
Yeah, the dubs are pretty silly. Hold on, let me increase the volume just a little. Okay.
In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure.
Really?
Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan.
Hell yeah! If there's any scene that deserves the word epic, it's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and his sequels all have official power multipliers.
We have got copyrighted
by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs? They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
because Boo went berserk,
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs her up.
And that's heaven, big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make
Universe
Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
And Goku could destroy that much the first time he went God. And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God.
Can anyone beat Goku? No.
Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after he
Super
trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence. Your being and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku isn't a normal transformation, it's a...
From what I'm gathering, Death Battle is making me realize how powerful Goku is. I know he's very powerful, but damn.
State of mind, Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts. Subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone. Doing without thinking.
Something Goku has always been training to do. Technically, it can be used in any form, but when perfected, Autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds really intense!
It is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While technically a different continuity, CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come, how much he's had to face.
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further
beyond. Ah! Okay, my voice cracked. Sorry.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More
It's a
powerful
bird.
than
It's a plane.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
No, it's Superman.
Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman. Champion
I'm
of the
thinking about
oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
I'll record reactions for both.
Forget
One of the
comic
episodes
book
for the
clerks,
debate
not
club
the perfect Boy
and
Scout.
oh my god, I'll let you
He's
decide.
definitely not
And I'll
Jesus.
upload
Wait, weren't the guys
the
who made
loser
him Jewish?
next
Jerry
week.
Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that
Wait.
not Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys who made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache.
Oh my
showed up.
god. Oh
Understandably, some
god.
escaped from some
No!
terrifying horrors.
Nah!
They created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat
Yeah,
any
glad to
evil
censor
by
that.
just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him,
Beef.
raised him,
With
gave him
ketchup?
new
Well, I'm sorry,
because
what?
helping others in
I'm
need
sorry,
is
what?
the right thing to do. That's why he became a superhero, the first superhero.
Everything's got
There's
to
a
start
lot
somewhere,
of
but he was the
there.
first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's
Dang.
not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach the edge of the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main canon,
Yeah.
like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question, though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful he can sneeze away a solar system, or blow air cold enough to freeze ghosts.
Speaking
Freeze
of, his X-ray
ghosts!
vision doesn't just
Ooh,
see
blah!
walls. He can
Why am
see
I-
through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he can't see through lead. That's okay, though. He can
Lead?
just burn through it with his face.
That-
Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision
That's
burns
true.
with the fire
That's
of
true.
a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt
Miracle
the
Machine.
reality-warping Miracle Machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or when he gained 10 years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading and then successfully performed
sounds familiar.
lung surgery.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond
From
his powers,
orbit.
Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses G, or as they
Yeah, but he
call
didn't use it for
3R.
long.
He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence, such as tanking Darkseid's Omega Beams. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed
The
we've covered a
S-shaped
variety
elephant, that's
of
pretty
Superman
funny.
eras. Superman and DC Comics as a whole have gone through multiple retcons.
Oh yeah.
Golden Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth, and so on.
It
Yep.
would help to know which
Many
one is
comics.
the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a
So you're telling me Deceased is also canon? Okay.
muscular
I had
control. You I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into it, this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Soups did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's
Makes
so
sense.
many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported into another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years, but we can calculate a more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
What? That's 31 zeros, and Soups helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman, you know,
punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does
kickstarted. Huh, that sounds very familiar.
Weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course,
and
exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star, so...
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest.
I still need to watch that
all,
Superman movie
but
that
there is
released last year.
To being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the 6th dimension?
This was completely under my radar.
Multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home. Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day.
Jesus.
What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
Now, at the time of this episode released, like when I was back in high school, my bets were on Superman, if you were all curious. Yeah. Alright, let's just skip to okay then.
Alright,
okay, I did not expect, I thought there was gonna be an ad.
All possibilities.
It's time for a
Go rewatch this animation. It's freaking peak, man. It's fucking amazing. Same for the voice acting, which if you saw my con video from last year, you know that I met Michael Kovach.
Today's the day.
And God love Xander Mobus as Superman.
If you say
God
so.
love it. It's okay. Well, sure, there's some elements that are they're kind of whatever, but this whole animation as a whole, come on. This is debatably this is probably my favorite death battle in season 10. It's either this or Guts vs. Dimitri.
No regrets.
Come on. Peak fiction.
I'm doing just fine.
Kamehameha! God also loves this scene right here. where they go to space. You gotta also love the interactions. Even the 1-inch punch, you gotta love it. What's not to love in this animation?
Oops. Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Jeez, Xander Mobus. Like, I want to meet Xander Mobus one day. Just one day.
Looks like a job, Forbes.
Who's the animator? I'm curious. I'm sorry. Who's the animator? Aw. It's fine. I could just edit in who the animator is. Actually, I could just look it up right now.
Well, what do you think?
Without having to edit it in.
That was awesome! Nice suit!
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for
My
me.
mom made it for me. Jeez, that's a lot of animators. I'll probably just show a screenshot of the animators. Because they did a really damn great job on this animation. You gotta also love the soundtrack. Brandon Yates cooked with this one. And I also, you can also, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I thought those suns were looking like Dragon Balls. Probably are. I could be wrong though. Regardless, this is just peak. I probably already said it multiple times already, but can you blame me? Super as a backing track is great. You also gotta love the ending. Like it's so sweet.
Huh? Ah, darn it.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Hold on. I can just look at
Almost
the
happy.
background. Let's see here. Is that what is that? That okay, that's Vegito, I think? Yeah, I think that's Vegito. I could yeah. Or is it? Is that I can't tell. Gogeta or Vegito? Gogeta versus... I'm a little rusty. Okay, it's Gogeta. Alright, what else? that little plushie of that one anime character. Forgot her name. Might as well do this. Of course, gotta have the original Goku for Superman.
That was actually pretty fun.
I just saw Jojo approaching me!
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was.
Them fighting over a
But I'll be
muffin?
stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Huh. Oh my Jesus. I just saw.
Let's go again.
Was that? Wait,
Do
wait.
it.
I just saw Scooby Doo. Is that Courage? If that's Courage, I'm gonna actually freaking. I can't. This is awesome.
Let's go again.
You're on.
KO! That's it! The final, indisputable answer! Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There are so many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real, Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than
But
our
not as
own. But
insane
based
as
on the
DC,
DC
of
universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger. Over a novemdecillion times more than Goku's.
At some point, you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Hey,
Yeah.
Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
Sorry, just got interrupted.
Let's talk speed.
Right,
Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized
speed is
universe
very
of his in
debatable.
Seconds and flew faster than
Both
infinity.
can
Makes
reach a
sense.
measurable
He can
speed.
keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out, though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and Ultra Instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable.
That's
the
true.
The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
It's very safe
Especially
to
when
say
we
that
look
they're
at
both
skill.
tie in speed.
Goku's a martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 1,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time travel, countering Instant Transmission's similar ability from Heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, Instant Transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more
like
than just two characters fighting.
It's the face.
For a whole
it's
generation,
the face of versus debating.
Especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo.
That's
Spider-Man,
true.
Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake,
he's not wrong.
Who wants Goku to lose?
Yeah, just take this as a message. Believe in what you want to believe.
You sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so,
Oh my God.
then what's the point?
Because
it's
it's
fun.
fun, Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together.
That's
and that's
true.
okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super.
Of
man.
course.
That's the worst part.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing
My
any
God.
better.
I do the math, the pun's your job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punned, then Goku would have won.
What is wrong with you?
Of course. Of course, you already know my thoughts on this. Still one of my favorites to this day. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this reaction just like I did. And stay tuned for the poll like tomorrow at 6, 8, or actually no, at the time I upload this, it's probably gonna be like 2 hours ahead. So I'm probably gonna upload this around 6 a.m. Right now it's Sunday. It's a Sunday night. I'm gonna upload this on a Monday morning. And I'll upload the poll like 2 hours ahead, which is around 8 a.m. PST. So yeah. And I hope I recover from my stuffy nose. So yeah, wish me luck, guys. And so with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe if you want to. It'll help out the channel a lot. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.